Who will call roll, establish a quorum?
Chairman Clemens,
Here.
Commissioner Watson,
Here.
Commissioner Marshall.
Here. Clarence Benefield's here. Thank you so much for coming by. He's going to do our invocation. And then Matt Kinsley with the county ID board is going to do our pledge.
Let us pray. Our Father, who a great commandment is that we should love our neighbors as ourselves, and who taught us that we should do unto others as we should have them do unto us, we ask your blessings upon the commission as this great county and its citizens gathered here. We ask that you will bless upon the commission, this great county and its citizens. We ask that you will hold before us a vision of your will for us that will enlighten our goals and actions undertaken in your name for our community and county. Grant unto us a vision of this county, fair as it might be, in fulfillment of your purposes. A state of justice where there is shall be prey on no one. A state of economic plenty where greed and poverty shall be done away with. A state of generosity where the need of the unfortunate are met with care. A state of brotherhood where success is founded upon service, where honor is given nobility, and a state of peace where others shall not rest on force, but on love and honor for everyone. And bless this occasion. We ask your, as you have promised always your people, if we would turn to you, you would bless us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 3, approve the minutes of the June 15, 2021 meeting and the July 15, 2021 special call meeting. Appropriations, expenditures, personal actions, payroll, requisitions, and approve all journal entries to be posted.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item 3.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. 4, public comments and updates. I know Emily's got an update here.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mayor Johnson is from the town of Colony, and if you recall last month, the Colony Cemetery was placed on the Alabama Historic Cemetery Registry. We asked him to come tonight and just speak briefly to us about the proclamation and what's going on at the Colony Cemetery. Yes, sir.
To the Cullman County Commission, thank you very much for inviting me here tonight. But most of all, thank you very much for this proclamation declaring our cemetery a historical site. Our cemetery was created back in the 1860s on property donated for the Pleasant Grove Methodist Church. Since it was the first and only church in the community, everyone who died was buried here at Pleasant Grove. In later years, it was known as Pleasant Grove Cemetery. When other churches were built, due to their lack of property and because family roads were already established, Pleasant Grove became known as the Colony Community Cemetery. We appreciate this addition to the list of historical sites in the state of Alabama, Cullman County, and establishment of a historical society college. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Do we have any other public comments tonight? We got several subdivision regulations going in. Is anybody here to speak on any of that?
It's now the time for comment on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Do you mind coming up to the mic and state your name, sir?
So my name is Taylor Lentini. We're here for the Cotton Estates.
Cotton Estates.
So Watson and I bought property that's adjacent to that, and we have some concerns, a few other concerns with people in the community. One of those is road conditions. Again, a dead-end road, the road conditions are already in pretty bad shape. Want to know if there was any consideration given to getting them back to a normal, at least 2-lane width, or anything that's going to be done to the increased traffic volume that's going to be on there, which I would think would need a better maintenance schedule for it since it's already in bad shape, or if there's going to be any effort to get it at least to a semi-standard use. There's going to be a lot of crews, there's going to be a lot of heavy equipment, and so I think 17 buildings are going to be put in, so that's about 2 vehicles per house. So any considerations are given to that?
Can you give them an update? This is Brian Sheepwood, here's a county engineer.
Okay.
And
Yes, sir. I know the subdivisions normally require, and in this one, they would be required to provide additional right-of-way where, along the roadways where they're located. As for some of the other sections of roadway, we'll have to work on widening those, maybe work with the local landowner, but we are looking at making improvements on core roads as those communities grow. We definitely are, I know we definitely are going to widen the right-of-way and be able to widen, or the developers will work with them on widening the road where they're located along that road. As far as the remaining sections of the road, that's something the county will have to work with the developer on, doing on our own. And like I said, with some of the other landowners.
Okay. What about signs or speed limits? Is there going to be any signs posted or anything? As of now, I don't believe there are any posted.
I know the statutory is 45 for a paved road, but we will take a look at that, upon your request. We'll have our inspectors go out and consider a lower speed limit. And especially if there's going to be a higher concentration of driveways or people, pulling out, you've got more obstacles or potential hazards crossing the roadways. We'll definitely look at that and do a study on that and determine a more appropriate speed limit based upon the improvements in the community.
So along with traffic safety, so the exit, I don't know if you've actually been out there personally, but coming out of that area on 222 is a very dangerous turnout. It doesn't matter which way you go. So again, with the increased vehicle volume, is there any consideration given to, and I don't know the solution on the turn lane would do any alleviation, but there's a high likelihood of being serious, either a fatality or a serious accident there, just from how dangerous it is. Has anything been given to, ways that there's at least a better response, being able to see people coming over the hill, or any studies been done on that?
I would definitely take a look at that. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up because, again, once these communities are put in there, we will start to look at increased volume of traffic. As far as, I know a lot of people ask for maybe some signaling of intersections like that, but that'll depend on the number of traffic, or amount of traffic coming out of that roadway. It'll have to match what 222 is. But there are some other options that we have where we can improve that to help decrease any kind of accidents or even potential accidents.
Okay. My wife and I just recently purchased property out there, just kind of community members. Historically, that tract of land has always held a lot of standing water during winter months. So putting in all those houses, you're increasing the impervious surface, means you're going to have a lot more runoff. What type of, concern have been given to whether or not that runoff is going to cause standing water in that bend of the runway, or the little bridge that's right below the hill immediately from that probably 200 yards that's just washed down? Would the volume of that runoff go there and impact the crossing of that? Is there any consideration for the, how water is going to be managed going off of it?
As far as where you're only putting in, I believe you said 17 houses,
Yes, sir.
17 lots. I know just doing the flood studies on those, it's not going to be a significant increase unless there's been a lot of hardscaping. Most of the time they don't, they may do the concrete driveways, but unless they're just doing an exorbitant amount of asphalt and hardscaping the landscape, I don't expect an exorbitant amount of runoff from those 17 lots.
Okay. Utilities, as far as water pressure goes, availability, are there going to be any impacts to local residents for that, or shut-offs for, any type of scheduled maintenance?
I'm sure there is some, I think the water department will have to answer that question, but they have been notified, and utilities are always notified and given a chance to make sure that they can meet the demands of that area and for future expansion.
Okay, on the same grounds, power. I guess I would get through and this is my first ever having this, so I don't know what can be answered here or not, but separate power, I'm guessing there's going to have to be still shut off or something when they're putting stuff in, maybe not, but is there going to be an effect to either the reliability of the power grid in that area? Is there going to be more, is it more prevalent to be knocked off? Is any of that an effect of these houses being installed in that one area?
I can't really answer for the power company. The Cullman Electric Co-op, again, they're being notified when we do these subdivision, when we get these subdivision preliminary plats, all the utilities are notified in that area so that they can make plans for future expansion. Again, I wish I could give you a more definite answer, but that would be the Electric Co-op.
You've answered, so consideration has been given to the demand and increase of that area.
Yes,
So,
they're all notified, yes, sir.
So property values be concerned to me when it's in an area, and this may not be something that this body has any purview over, but is there any type of, regulatory body, HOA, whatever that's going to be put over these homes, that there's going to be some type of standard of what is going to be put here? I assume it's going to be all done by the same contractor, but to this body's knowledge, is there anything like that that's going to be put in place to just kind of make sure property values don't?
No, we don't have any kind of building codes or zoning laws, but normally these developers will put in covenants in their sales contracts.
Okay.
Again, that'd be a private issue between the property owners.
Okay. What about fire hydrants? Is there going to be any installed? To my understanding, there's not any there now. Anything to help?
And again, that will be I know the fire departments are normally also notified about this, and they will try to work with the water department. But again, I can't really directly answer that. But those departments, again, when they're notified about that, they try to make plans of preparation for fire protection, all the utilities.
Okay, so, but there's a standard for, X amount or availability for so many homes in a given area. Is there something that's, I guess that they have a standard that they're supposed to apply in this situation or any situation, that they're, like I said, is so many homes per hydrant or distance of availability?
That would be, that'd be a question I'm going to talk to the local fire departments about, because I know a lot of times they will try to make local, state fire codes, or at least try to meet those standards. We don't have anything specifically in our subdivision regs other than making sure that they meet all other state and federal regulations.
Okay. That's all I have.
Thank you so much. We've got two more here. Ebenezer subdivision is going in, and the Eastern Shore. Is anybody here to speak on that behalf? We'll move on to new business. A, recognition Kenneth Calvert retiring after 17 years of service with the sanitation department. He's not present tonight. B, resolution 20.
Make a motion to approve item A. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second the motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. B, resolution 2021-28, authorize the filing of grant application for Alabama Departments of Economic and Community Affairs funds for Stony Lonesome OHV Park in the amount of $346,244, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. These two items and the next one are all in one grant that we had a few months ago that we passed and that you all approved. What we did is, after talking with the deck and we got preliminary approval on, is they wanted us to separate these two items, and we're asking that y'all approve both of these. And what we're doing is, one item, the first one I think you're dealing with, is going to be the bridges and the trail repairs that we're going to do at Stony Lonesome. And of course, this is a grant, and that we got an additional $25,000 that we asked for, so we'll get a grand total of $525,000 in grants money.
And this is money that can only be used in part.
That's right.
Yeah, this is the RTP.
Right.
Yes, and I probably at that part. Yes, this is the RTP, which is the Rec Trails Program. This is the only in parks that you can apply for that we got, which is an 80-20 match, and that can only be used. And the funds that we got for is only for a motorized park. And of course, I think there's only 2 or 3 of those in the state, so that's why that we're able to get those funds. And of course, one of the bridges that we put in, they have actually, it's been washed away due to all the flooding. so that, and we're down to one bridge down there, so we've got with Brian on getting estimates and getting that done, so I know the parks really need to get those bridges, get this money to get them repaired.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item B.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, passed. C, Resolution 2021-29, authorize the filing of grant application for Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs funds for Stony Lonesome OHV Park in the amount of $178,693, and authorize the chairman to sign all related documents.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, just stated the same grant, they just asked us that we separate these. This is for the equipment and lights, radio, other things that they'd asked for, and under the same auspice of the same grant. And I think that by doing that, it will alleviate them having to call the road department a lot of times to come down there and fix this on the trail or fix this washout that they had, put this pipe in. If they have some of their own equipment, they will be able to do that themselves, and like I said, it will alleviate some of them calling the road department.
Make a motion to approve item C.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, passed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. D, ratify change orders for 2 garage motors, associated electrical work from C.H. Harris Incorporated for Carts Bus Wash in the amount of $4,105.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this is a change order to the project that's been going on for a while, the Carts Bus Wash. This will be the installation, electrical work, and the actual equipment to install those.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item D.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. E, consider reappointment Cliff Harris to the Health Care Authority Board for a 6-year term to expire June 30th of 27.
Make a motion to approve item E.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. F, consider reappointment Perry Knight to the Health Care Authority Board for a 6-year term to expire June 30th of 27.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item F.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. G, consider the surplus of a 2010 Chevy Malibu from the Cullman County Sheriff's Office to be disposed of on Gov Deals.
That's just a getting rid of one, isn't it? Make a motion to approve item G.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. H, consider the surplus of a 2006 Canon digital copier from the County Commission's office to be disposed on Gov Deals.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item H.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. I, consider the surplus of the 56 Automark handicap voting machines and dispose of by trade-in on 1 new express vote machines.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this is related to the item last month where we voted to purchase the new express vote machines that will help disabled voters in Cullman County. This is just a matter of protocol to take these out of our inventory, and we're using that as a trade-in against the new machines, which the bulk of the cost was covered by a grant from the Secretary of State's office.
Make a motion to approve item I.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. J, consider additional allocation of $350 to United Way of Cullman County to support the mission of serving the residents of Cullman County under the existing contract for service.
This is just an additional allocation for their primary fundraiser for this year. They've had 2020 hit some of the nonprofits hard, and they just asked for the support of the fundraiser, and we'll have representatives there from the county as well.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item J.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. K, consider approval and authorize the chairman to sign agreement with Evan Terry and Associates to provide ADA facilities consulting service.
Make a motion to approve item K.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. L, consider the purchase of three 2022 Ford Super Duty F-450s, DRW, W4H, XL, four-wheel drive crew cab under Sourcewell, formerly known as NJPA, contract 120716-NAF, in the amount of $55,556.10 each for the Cullman County Water Department.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item L.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. M, authorize the purchase of two Monkeys TV, I can't, that's a funny name. Takuchi TV 240 compact excavators from the Alabama County Joint Bid Program in the amount of $50,983 each for the Cullman County Water Department.
Make a motion to approve item M. That is hard to pronounce.
Authorize chairman to sign related paperwork.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. N, authorized purchase of two solar 24-7 flashing beacons for warning lights and signs on Alabama Highway 69 at County Road 54 and Alabama Highway 91 intersection in the amount of $9,158, and authorize the chairman to sign all related paperwork.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item N.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. I want to make a comment on this. I appreciate Brian for working on this. I've received several calls, and I truly believe this is one of a dangerous intersection at Bug Tussle. And I've had several people to call me, and I thank Brian for helping me get these signs. Hopefully this will save lives in the future in that area. So thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. O, authorized chain link fence to be installed by Parish Fence Company at Carts in the amount of $12,666.50.
Make a motion to approve item O.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. P, authorize the chairman to sign memorandum of understanding between Alabama Department of Public Health and the Cullman County Commission.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item P.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. Q, authorize Revenue Commissioner Barry Willingham to sign TransUnion agreement for the Cullman County Revenue Office.
I'll make a motion to approve item Q.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. R, authorize the EMA Director Phyllis Little to sign grant agreement in the amount of $10,000 with the Alabama Department of Public Health to purchase supplies and our equipment for mass fatality response and provide training and our exercise for the state mortuary operations response team.
As y'all know, Cullman County hosts the state mortuary operations response team. And this is our annual grant through public health. It's 100% reimbursable. And as it says, it will be used to purchase supplies, consumables and things like that, and do some equipment maintenance on our equipment. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve item 1.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. S, approve and authorize the chairman to execute an agreement with the CDG engineers for design, management, and final inspection of power backup systems at 5 community storm shelters at a cost of $9,500.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this is a project that my office has been working on since August, and that was left over from 2014, that 5 shelters didn't have the battery backup or a generator. I think we go with this company, CDG, that they will let us know the best route to take and hopefully get that taken care of, so we'll be able to close out this grant that has been left over since, like I said, 2014. If you've got any specific questions, Matt Kinsley from my office has been working on this since November, hopefully. I mean, we're working with Emily, the county attorney, to hopefully we can wrap this up.
You're right, it'd be nice to close that out.
Yeah.
Make a motion, we approve item S.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. T, proposal plat Ebenezer subdivision, a minor subdivision containing 8 lots located on County Road 615.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this subdivision does meet our subdivision regulations. And I want to say that all these subdivision plats are the preliminaries, and that upon approval, this is just preliminary, and we will make sure to take the concerns that were expressed here and make sure those are addressed before we sign the final plat.
Thank you.
Chairman, I make a motion to approve item T.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. U, proposed plat Cotton Patch Estates, a minor subdivision containing 17 lots located on County Road 349.
Just again, as it is platted and printed, it doesn't meet a regulation, but again, we will make sure we address the concerns.
Make a motion, we approve item U.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. V, proposed plat Eastern Shores Phase 2, a major subdivision containing 21 lots located on County Road 1462 and Orchard Drive.
There's a preliminary plat of these subdivision regulations, and there are some construction items that are being completed. And unless they submit a bond or finish the construction, we will hold off on signing the final plat. But I do recommend approval of the preliminary plat.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item B.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. W, bid number 1355, jail supplies for the Cullman County Jail.
Boy, you've been spending this whole time, ain't you, Kathy?
Yes, Mr. Commissioner, Chairman and Commissioners. This is for the annual bid for the jail supplies. And we have decided to award to North Alabama Chemical for the jail supplies and Central Paper for the kitchen and the laundry chemicals. North Alabama Chemical submitted a bid for the requested jail supply items in the amount of $126,061.20. Central Paper submitted a bid for the requested jail chemical items in the amount of $28,850. And this makes the total annual bid for jail supplies in the amount of $151,911.20.
Well, it costs a lot to keep people in jail, don't it?
Well, this is just the cleaning stuff.
That's just cleaning up after.
That's it.
You gotta keep it clean, though, don't you?
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta
We
keep it
strive to
clean.
do that.
We appreciate you. Make a motion to approve item W.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. X, award bid number 1358 for aggregate to Blunt Springs Material, Vulcan Materials Company, C.A. Langford Company, Incorporated Madison Material Incorporated. Purchase will be based on vicinity and availability of materials.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I definitely recommend approving this bid. This will give us a much more flexibility with the limited or restricted supply chain that we have in all of our building materials. So we recommend this bid.
I'm just curious, Brian, what percentage of increase has there been over the last couple of years?
We'll just,
Roughly.
this one, I know it went from, one of the materials went from $7.50 to $9 per ton. And then most of them are pretty much in line with that increase.
And that's just over the last year.
Yes, sir.
That's just the last bid, yeah.
Do you think these companies here you think that'll be enough to supply our rock needs for the roads?
Yeah, I spoke with one this morning, and he said that he didn't think he would have a problem meeting our supply needs.
Good.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item X.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right?
Any opposed? Passed. Y, extend bid number 1356, unleaded gasoline and diesel to B&B Petroleum for 1 year.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this is just a request to extend the existing bid at the existing price.
Well, if we had one more, we'd get all the alphabets, wouldn't we? That's right, it'd be easy. I'd make a motion to approve item Y.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Passed. 6, the next commission work session will be Tuesday, August the 17th, 2021 at 4 p.m. in the commission meeting room. 7, the next commission meeting will be Tuesday, August 17th, 2021 at 6 p.m. in the commission meeting room. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to adjourn.
Second that motion.
Meeting adjourned. We want to thank all y'all for coming. Boy, it was a great crowd tonight, wasn't it?